Hi everyone, so today I want to revisit a case. It's the Ellen Greenberg case. I did do a reading for her. I don't believe I channeled her. I think it was a tarot reading. And this is the case just to remind us. Ellen Greenberg was born on the 23rd of June 1983 and her demise was on the 26th of January 2011. She was an American woman who was no longer living after sustaining 20 stab wounds. Her no longer living was officially ruled as unsubscribing, sparking extensive debate, and the pathologist who originally made the determination changed his mind in 2025, though it had no legal impact because he was no longer employed by the medical examiner's office. So I don't really watch my videos, and so whatever I bring that stands out means that it's just stood out to me. So for example, in the Koberger case, just always seeing him on adrenaline, the wolf head, the panting of the cold air, him running as well. And not a lot running from the scene, but like just certain things that stood out to me. So she was living in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at the time, and she was a teacher, and she was born in New York City. Now, her parents from 2011 until now have said this is not her unsubscribing. This is more than that. Now, if you think of 20 stab wounds, it's ridiculous, right? I really don't understand how they don't have any monitoring as well. What I do want to say, because I feel the parents' pain, okay, and they're still fighting, and the reason 2025 it was changed was because the parents are fighting for it not to be ruled as unsubscribing, and they won that, and so the medical examiners changed, but obviously no implication. And I believe that she had a fiance at the time. There was some connections. There was a mess up in the whole investigation in general of them messing up, but also like some power connections. Something that I do want to add is that I remember that I said that I believe she was deciding to maybe go stay with her parents for a little bit. It was a difficult period. I also felt like she could have been pregnant, and I think this is all I said in my first reading. He was enraged by certain things, and one of the things was going to her parents. I'm not sure he was in this relationship for the right reasons towards the end. I believe her parents do have money. I think now, if you know my readings, I do tend to say if I get a different ethnic background, I do think that there might be some different ethnic background down her lineage, maybe Middle Eastern. If it's not Middle Eastern, maybe Israeli. But I think it might be Middle Eastern, although there's no there's no indication of that through anything like the Wikipedia, or her name seems Ellen, Greenberg seems definitely not Middle Eastern. So I do get that. I do, her parents have paid and dished out so much when really they should be relaxing in their retirement. And I feel like there's been a lot of injustice. So during this time where her parents, she said that she might want to go stay with her parents for a little bit. If she disclosed that she thinks her fiance was cheating on her or having an affair, if she disclosed any people or multiple affairs, because he was a bit sly, those people or girls should be investigated. There is one that particularly stands out that was extremely jealous of Ellen. And so this might also be part of the enrage. Now, should the fiance be innocent? Everyone's innocent until proven guilty, and this is only for entertainment purposes only. Then, of course, he would help to say who he might have known during that time, even if he doesn't want to admit that he was talking when he shouldn't, or cheating, or getting to know someone else, or knew someone else, or there was an ex that was crazy in the picture that could not move on. But I think Ellen might have leaked something in terms of maybe where she might have felt something else was there, or there might have been a crazy ex or something. Those people need investigating, questioning. If you don't really have, and I do think there might be some that they can get back to. If not, I would go back. I tried to look up who he's married to now, because I think he moved on quite fast. I can't see a picture of her. But go back to the time, you know, that last period in 2011, and see around then who was around him. Did he say, you know, there's this girl at the gym, or even in the posts on social media? There's ways that private investigators can get down to things. Unfortunately, he's so far gone that, you know, phones which should have been investigated wouldn't have been investigated, have not been investigated. But if the fiance is innocent, he's gonna serve up this, because regardless, you know, they didn't even divorce or anything. It was his fiance. This is a grieving loss. So he's going to dish up anything he can to pinpoint the person. And so he should be able to give some female names. I really wanted to say that. I am going to do predictions now, but I will pull cards. And I want to see what the cards say in terms of what I just said. But try and aim for a female as well. Not taking the fiance totally out of the picture, no. Okay. But you need to aim at that too. Okay. I just really wanted to say this. I feel their pain. And injustice was done from the beginning. No justice is being done at the moment. But this was an enraged attack on Ellen. She also, I'm not sure about now, but she also is so in shock from it. It's like she's not, I'd have to tap into her again, but she'd not totally moved on. I remember this during the video, but I don't think I expressed it because I think I was also being very careful of the platform and the wording, and what you can say and what you can't say. But it's like she's so shocked. How could this happen? How could this have happened? That the soul is kind of like, I think she might have come to terms with it now. Yeah. But when I did that reading, it was kind of like she still had not absorbed it. It was such a shock. So I'm going to leave this here, and I am going to do the predictions, but I am going to attach what cards I pull after that to see what we get through. So I do pray justice of who is guilty is brought to justice. If it's their time, God finds a way, and we don't have to worry about so long ago, how can we pinpoint this woman with that, you know, and the fiance. Take care of yourselves, and I pray justice happens. Bye for now. So these are the cards that I pulled. I was going to pull the tarot after this, Initially, I was going to pull the tarot, and then I thought, let me do this crime deck. And then when I pulled these cards, which I'm going to go through in a moment, I was then going to pull the tarot, and Spirit snuck in and was like, do you really need to pull the tarot, or is it all there? Because sometimes with these cards, I feel like I don't want to be conspiracy, but it more or less says everything. So we've got water, we've got clean up. And with that, I get that, you know, the whole cleaning of the scene. Although I don't know if towels were bleached or something. Regardless, there was a clean-up for it not to be an unsubscribe. Water can hold the clue to something else. Or they do have her body, obviously. Grandparent is what I feel the parents are at that stage. But in addition, when I see the card gift, what came to me was in this reading, in this cover, I believe I said in private, previously I said, I believe she could have been pregnant. Desert could be where I believe there's the ethnic or further down ancestral roots of maybe Middle Eastern, secondary maybe Israeli. And then we've got the ASSASS, which is more or less like, let's say, Homer, CIDE, someone involved. It's a male in that picture, and it's got a sharp weapon. And look beside it, we've got a female. And we've got jealousy, like I said. And we've got couple. They really do round up the message I just delivered in this cover. And if you're a subscriber or a member, I'm sure that you believe that I pulled these. You can see my laptop underneath it. It's just that I did the predictions directly after. And I pulled the cards without setting up the camera again. So that's what I get. Let's pray for justice. For her mom and her dad to finally be at peace. For her to be at peace. And the enraged, jealous, loony, as well as the male, each have some part in this. So, yep, if any names were brought to you or feeling that somebody was having an affair and it was said to the parents, when I say you, I would get your private investigators to look into that. And we are praying for justice and for Ellen to be at peace. I really do feel the pain of the parents that just want justice before they have to lay themselves. Anyway, everyone, take care, stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.